Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play more of our Rajput Reich campaign in Europa Universalis IV. So we're in the midst of the Nagaur conquest of Kano, which is not really what we're trying to do. We're actually trying to press the Zazuan war goal. So we are trying to grow our new vassals in Africa. I don't know that we're really ever going to be able to integrate these guys. May have been a mistake. We're not going to take colonization just to bridge the gap here. It might be a while. Might be a while till we can actually get over there. But in the meantime, we are in the process of catching up with the Ottomans. They're on Tech 21, we're on Tech 18, so we've bridged the gap by 1 point. And we are focused on military, so it shouldn't take too long. Costs about 540 points for the next tech level. Of course, I believe, did you guys didn't westernize, did you? No, so they're still paying a little bit more. And they've got a pretty crappy military guy, so there's a pretty good chance we'll be able to catch up to them pretty quick. And then we're going to attack over the Mamluk cores, because we can. And that will help out. We also do need to attack the Timurids here at some point, which is going to be how we pretty much bridge the gap core-wise with our territory over here. When we gain control of all of this as not distant overseas, all of this, unfortunately, through all of Africa is distant overseas right now. Everything that's technically in Asia is fine, but we do need to, yeah, this is considered part of Asia. So we need to bridge that gap so we have a contiguous, well, actually, you know what, if I move my capital down to here, that would actually do it, come to think of it. Because this is all Asia, so this would always be not distant overseas. And if we had our capital in this region right here, then this would have a land connection. So I might not even need to take that land right away. What do you think? 200 administrative points? You can't do it while we're at war, but 200 admin points to do it? Aren't we planning on moving our capital into a better node anyway? Like right now, our capital node is the Hormuz node, which is good. I mean, we're making pretty good income there, but eventually, as we expand west, we're going to want it to be not in the Gulf of Aden. Definitely not the Gulf of Aden, because that is not really a good end location. It would require lots of steering here to make sure that wealth doesn't go that way. Plus, we already have quite a bit of land in the Hormuz node. I think Basra, I mean, I might move my capital who knows how many times. Eventually, we'd want to probably put it in Constantinople or something, but I'm just thinking right now, the amount of potential manpower and force limit and just everything we could gain by making all of this not distant overseas, that would be pretty significant, come to think of it. That'll be something to consider when we get at peace. If I changed it, I would probably put it just in one of these spots. How about the little island? The little island of Bahrain. It's an accepted culture, low base tax, coastal, protected by straits. I think that would be spectacular. Lowest base tax in the game. Would be sweet. All right. Well, without further ado, let's play the game a bit. The Ottomans no longer consider us to be a rival. They've rivaled the Timurids. Wow. Tuscany will be forced to give Venice 10% of their income. Tuscany will release Modena and Pisa. So Modena and Pisa now exist. The Ottomans are still hostile, but they've unrivaled us in favor of rivaling the Timurids. That doesn't make any sense at all. Timurids are weak. But okay. So, we killed most of the army down here. I believe there's not much left. Kanem Borno has 4,000 infantry. The Livonian Order is improving relations with us? Okay. Let's see, where are you going? You might be stopping in Kala. You can't be retreating to these two because our armies were already here. We're gonna go engage that army. Yeah, they did stop right there. Stack wipe them, Timbuktu. You can do it! I have faith! Get him! Get him! Oh, the cannons are in the front. No stack wipe, but he did a pretty good job. I think 29th, we're too slow. I am playing with a new mouse. I started playing yesterday when I was recording with Shen. So you might know, I mean, you might not notice, but I feel like my actions are slower than normal. And the reason for that is that, like, I'm just getting used to this weird mouse. Like, it just feels weird. It's gonna be way better, I'm positive, because I'll just talk about it here in case you haven't been watching the TAC Team series with Shen. I got this thing it's called a Mad Catz Rat 7, and it's highly customizable, which means this is the first time in my life I've ever had a mouse that actually like fits my hand, so it feels wrong, if that makes sense. Like, I'm used to the mouse being this tiny little thing that I've got to have this crazy ass arched claw grip over just to be able to hold it and not have my hand touch the mouse pad. And now with this thing, I'm like just tinkering it every now and then and making it pretty much bigger, like every time, getting used to having a mouse that actually fits my hand, and it's so weird. I gotta say, if you're using a tiny mouse, you might want to consider buying something that actually fits your hand. I think it might make a world of difference. But yeah, it's tough though. I mean, it's like $100 mouse, which that's a lot of money. But then again, I mean, it's okay. There's the argument that if you spend a lot of time doing something, it's worth spending more money on than if you don't spend a lot of time on it. So, like, along that line of thinking, you should probably spend a lot of money on, like, sheets and pillows and, you know, things that, like, if you spend a lot of time sleeping every day, so you might as well have nice pillows. I spend a lot of time on my computer every day, so it makes sense to have a nice mouse, I think. Kind of, Borno, you're getting your butt kicked by these reactionaries, dude. Are you trying to westernize still? Is that what you're doing? You're already Western. Who are the reactionaries? Alright, let's bring some more men over. Just take care of this problem for them. Wait, Borno. Oh, that's our enemy. Okay, I thought that was one of our vassals. Never mind. Have fun with your... I'm not going to take care of those guys. I'm just concerned about this 16 stack while I'm trying to carpet siege. Mostly Mali and Kong. If he comes to Yatenga, we'll know that we've got to break the sieges. That's not really a big deal. What's our current mission? Take Mekki, claim Jeddah? Yeah. It's most likely, yeah, it's going to be right here. I think I already fabricated a claim on this one at one point. They, I think, are still my rival, aren't they? Yeah, I did not unrival them. Timbuktu is going to break their siege and forced march over to reinforce that. Probably won't make it in time. They're going to go, well, 2 provinces. I can't actually see when they'll arrive at their actual end location like I can with my own armies. But we'll see. I mean, they're only one... Yeah, they'll probably make it. Alright, how are we doing on tolerance? Or piety? We're negative 100 right now. Let's stay at negative 100. I like the idea of keeping tech costs really, really low. And we are making a lot of money right now. 72 ducats a month. Wow. And it's really starting to get up there. We definitely don't want to raise war taxes. Over the relationship limit, so that's hurting a little bit. And we went for administrative ideas, because I just forced myself to do that. Yes, that does make sense. Probably should have passed one of these when we got that event. That was another mistake. I make mistakes quite often, don't be surprised. The thing is that you don't have to play perfectly to play well. Like, you can still do really well and conquer the world in this game if you play with good technical decision making, even if you make tactical mistakes occasionally. Like, an example is, and a lot of people don't agree with me on this, but you've seen me do it all the time. Never taking a province unless you have absolutely every reduction in cost that you can. Like, don't pay Diplo points for a province that you don't have a claim on, and then pay full administrative cost to core it. Like, from a technical standpoint, that's a huge waste of monarch points, and monarch points are a finite resource. It might be slower to take less land, but in the end game, the thing that limits you is not the ability to take land, it's the ability to core land. It's the ability to, like, have enough monarch points. So by taking less land now, and paying fewer monarch points, you don't hit that point where you run out of monarch points. Anyway, and you don't fall behind on tech and blah blah blah. You've heard the argument 1,000 times before. You know, these are only fort level 1. We could actually spread out even farther. Let's just do that. We have 325,000. Oh, this one's actually fort level 2. So I can really only take like that. Something like that. They should be capable of killing that thing. We're not actually having like a hard time reinforcing these, are we? We reinforce at 80% with this army. We reinforce 50%. Oh, you know what it is we're losing 3% to attrition due to the jungle sieges, which is 30 men per month. And we're only getting 50 men per month. So we're actually only seeing each infantry regiment recover at 20 men per month. Which is a pretty significant penalty. The Livoniador will be forced to give Muscovy 10% of the income. They will cede 1-2 provinces. Livoniador will give cores back to Lithuania. So you're telling me that Muscovy just forced Lithuania... Sorry, the Livonian Order to give land back to Lithuania. Why? Okay, I guess Lithuania is allied with Muscovy. Well, that's interesting. I don't think we're going to see a Russia this game. Golden Horde somehow managed to get all the way up here. Golden Horde being on Tech 15 is quite reassuring. Alright, come on, some of these sieges need to fall. Another Fort 2, Fort 2. I mean, I just really want this stuff. So we should probably get up there. This is already occupied by me. We can transfer that to Messina. I do not think I'm going to take any land for myself, because I'm reasonably certain that I cannot core it. I could be wrong on that, but the thing is that if I can't integrate Yao due to adjacent... You know what? Yao's a bad example, because Yao doesn't have any... Maybe we can. We'd have to have somebody that's within, like, the high enough numbers and then check to see if we're allowed to integrate them. I mean, it says right on there, I thought... Actually, you know what this one... Yeah, no, it does say. They must have at least one core province that's close enough for us to core. So the fact that we can't annex them, I think, would mean that we can't core adjacent to them either. I'm reasonably sure that you have to be on the same continent, which is again a silly, like, arbitrary restriction. But what can you do? I'll tell you what you can do. You can complain. Something I'm quite good at. We'll send the leader over here since we don't... Oh, well, never mind. We actually took the province anyway. We want to get these things done. The ones that we actually have the claims on. So I'm actually getting used to Timbuktu or Messina or somebody. Are you going to reinforce that, or do I need to? You should just reinforce this. I'm getting used to moving around with the arrow keys because I've been playing Galciv 3, but you can move around with the middle mouse button, which is a little bit less of a fluid motion. It feels weird to me, like the way that the screen moves. Like, I kind of like the way that this has like acceleration to the movement, you know, where this is just, it's direct. It's 100% acceleration all the time, so it feels very jerky. I don't know if I like it, but I don't know. I'm surprised that Timbuktu, or whoever this is, Messina, is not actually reinforcing at all. They're just letting us lose. Alright. Okay, so 2 more sieges here. And then other than that, Timbuktu has no claims on anything. Air has no claims on anything. Zazu has claims on 4 things. And Yao has a claim on 1 thing. And Zazu is a vassal, Yao is a vassal. I can't transfer to Yao unless I siege these 2. I could do a direct line transfer. Zazu wants land from Kanemborno. Did I make Kanemborno into a co-belligerent? Kanemborno's the war leader. Okay. This says that Mali's not a co-belligerent. I could have sworn that I did make them a co-belligerent. Did I really somehow not make Mali into a co-belligerent? Is this game lying to me? Stop improving with somebody for a moment. I could have sworn I did. Maybe I didn't. Oh, you know what? We already actually have that occupied. Who did that? I didn't do that. Did I send over another army? I did. Here, we're just going to do this. I feel like the armies are pretty well handled. So we're going to go these four. That one's already taken care of, though. That one's already sieged. Never mind. Group split. Just take those two. And that one. They are on Tech 17. Improve our prestige. Yeah, I do think that that seems like a pretty reasonable mission. Do you think that my army can take this 4-stack without any other help and no general? We fight 4 infantry and 1 cavalry with 312, and we're on Tech 18 to their Tech 17. What did we gain over them? We didn't gain too much. Oh hey, we have lots of tech we can do. I love the point cost on these. Researching diplomatic technology will cost 95 diplomatic power. That is so amazing. We will obviously take it. And before we take admin tech, I think I want to get this thing, adaptability. So yeah, this video I played kind of slow, but that's because it's the first one of the session. I'm just getting back into things. Peace offer from Songhai. Obviously we declined. Unless, you know, I don't think there actually were any cores or claims from Songhai. No, no, that's Kano. Yeah, I don't think there is anything that I want from you. So maybe we do just piece them out for like prestige or something. If I asked them to cancel Yatenga, I could actually vassalize them. Or we could just force them to become a protectorate, but... you know, we do need the prestige. We'll ask them to concede defeat, sure. I don't think you can do anything else at all if you do concede defeat, though. Okay, sure. Songhai can go away. That leaves Mali, who we want land from Messina. That leaves Kong, who is a vassal under Mali. Okay. And that leaves Kano, who is over here, who is a vassal underneath Kanemborno. And so we're going to negotiate with the war leader for these provinces, and we're going to negotiate with Messina for these provinces. And just hope that, even though I thought I made him a co-belligerent, we can still get enough land from Mali. So we do want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces. It's quite a bit of land. Out of curiosity, well, we need a diplomat. Alright, so if I did, it's going to take a lot of war score against this guy. We're going to have to carpet siege him completely. Probably need to siege his vassal as well. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to take a short break here, but I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. So thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you soon.